Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the hourly time frame. And Bitcoin 99,767 as we speak here on a Saturday morning where I am. Now, the dashed line here is 100,000, just for reference. These curved lines you see here represent the 4-hour Gaussian channel. The top, the middle, and the bottom down here. And we've been interacting with that for the past week or so, if you've been following along. But I just have the most recent action on those right here. Let's turn that on for a second so you can just see that. That's the hourly. Let's see where we're at in the hourly anyway. All right, we're holding the center line in the hourly Gaussian channel, which is interesting because it goes right along with one of the things I'm looking at for I potentially think that we could just hang out here, continue sideways here over the weekend, and then move up sharply into Sunday, heading into Monday morning. And then, and the reason we would be doing that is because currently we are outside the top of the 4-hour Gaussian channel. This purple one here, after having interacted with it for a while and consolidating sideways. And at some point we want to exit it, and this would be a good exit place. But to do so, we'd have to move up considerably here, start heading upwards. And now that I just see this on the 1 hour, that makes sense that we would do that. So let's leave that on and go to a 4-hour just to show you that my lines do in fact represent the 4-hour Gaussian channel here. Because it's been doing a little funny. It's making a funny shape here. That's why the lines are just this short little period here, because we're doing that, and I can't make a curved line do that without a bunch of different little segments. So now the other alternative, which would be the worst case scenario or the best case scenario, depending on where you're at. Remember, we have been consolidating in this symmetric triangle here. And when we had that move up to 104-ish, that was supposed to move from there. And kind of what we've done since is retest the top of that. We went all the way. This is a big liquidation event, come on. So, we know that. But other than that, brief wick down here, we tried to hold this too, but it wasn't a very clean test of support there. So the alternative would be to retest, come down and retest that here. We have a bunch of things coming together right here. Now we do have a channel that we're moving upwards. I've changed it to orange. If you were watching in the past, it was blue. The base of our symmetric triangle is the base of our orange channel, parallel channel here. The dashed line here is the center line, and the top is right there. So we are trading within that channel and have been since November 11th, around there. We've been just going up and down within that channel. So to come down to the bottom of the channel wouldn't be out of question. Um, but I think, like I said, that's worst case scenario or best case scenario if you're looking to pick up more. And the reason why I'm cautious as to saying that we are definitely going to go down there is that I've gotten screwed in the past, where I didn't get my target hit because I put my target right down here. And the other thing is, you can look at this two ways. We want to exit here before this. I mean, you can see this is turning up rather quickly here because of the moves that we've had. So in order to stay out of the 4-hour Gaussian channel, we'd have to move up pretty quickly. And one way to get rid of that need to, try to rush to avoid this would just be to come back down into it one more time, and that would flatten out this curve a little bit more, to where we could get away from it for a while. So that's what would happen if we did come down here. Now this is around 97,000 and some change. The vertical line here is the CPI data release on what coming up next week on Wednesday. And so you have the orange line here is the bottom of our symmetric triangle and the bottom of our parallel channel. And then you also have the top of the symmetric triangle converging there with the FOMC meeting. You have this white center line. The white center line is the center line of the most important channel in Bitcoin history. You can see here, the bottom of which is at 90,000 and change. So ultimately, that would be as low as we could go. And that's where we came right here with that wick down. Let's see. Well, we didn't come all the way down there. But that's interesting that we did come down here close. And you can see, where did we come down and why did we stop? It was at the bottom of our red channel here. You can see how that lines up with these other wicks down that we had in the past. So this first channel here was the original red channel I put, thinking that we were going to come back down and retest the bottom of our most important channel in Bitcoin history here. I'll just call it the white channel. And we did continue down there, but we had this fake out and did retest it. So there you have that. That's why the lines, all these lines stay on the chart so we can learn from, we don't just, without this channel here, we could easily say, what the hell is it hitting? But without this blue channel, you don't know what they're hitting and why. But now we do. Also, what's interesting is you see this green, this thin green line here. That's the edge of our parabolic bull channel, in which we will trade during our parabolic bull rally, which is not really, it's wanting to start right now. And we're consolidating within this white channel, the most important channel in Bitcoin history, from which all parabolic bull runs start. So you can see this set of channels moving upwards like this. Those are our bull rally channels. Actually, you know what? If we go back to the previous bull run, 21, and we're on a 4-hour time frame, so this could take a while. $23, we're almost there. My internet's slow here. Actually, I just switched to a daily. Oh, here's our parabolic bull run channel right here in 2021, 2022. This white channel moving upwards. Now, when I go over here, I simply cloned that channel and moved it over here. And change the color, but this is that channel here. You can see the green line. Anyway, this is the parabolic bull run channel, which will take us. Let's see where we're going. January 2020. Well, wow, really? Oh, that has us at 357,000. 350,000, I mean. Is that right? It can't be right. Well, you know what? We should not go over this right now because, you know what? Let's just clone this channel. I gotta move this stuff here. Clone that and move it over. We gotta see what's going on here. This isn't making sense. Bear with us. You know what? I'm gonna pause the video and come back to it. It may be, well, we're almost there. Yeah, sure enough. You can see how down here where my thumb is, well, that is the same slope. So this is the channel that we moved upwards in the parabolic bull run, every parabolic bull run. This one that I'm moving around. So it's at the same slope as this set of channels here. And what I've done is made them, that whole group of channels, the width of half of this, because we actually travel up in half of the channel and then kind of in the other half of the channel as we have corrections and stuff like that. So I'm going to delete this for now, but I just wanted to make sure that that was what we were really looking at. So that's that green line right there. We're back on a 4-hour. This is really hard to believe. Well, it is what it is. Let's see if this plays out. By the end of the year, we could be up at $150,000. I don't think that we're going to move up that quickly. Maybe I have the channel placed too soon. But if we start moving up, we are coming right to the edge of that channel. Where did I place it? Yeah, I placed, you can see. I placed it, and I didn't even place it here when we had this action. Where did I place it? I placed it down here in October, the end of October. Is that when I placed it there? I don't know. Had to have been before that. But anyway, you can see how price action started traveling up within a portion of this channel to where we're at here at around $100,000. Now we're going sideways a little bit, and we will continue up in this fashion, I believe. It's getting a bit crazy here. Could be at 150,000 by the end of the year. Now we are going to remember how I said that the width of this channel is half of the channel that we actually trade in. So the second half very well could be, let's clone this. Over here. So let's do that and see where that ends up in March. Yeah, you're looking up around well over $200,000, and you can see that that gets us into this range of this blue channel 2. And where does that go? Oh, we're going down a rabbit hole. I didn't plan on going down here. Let's just go to a weekly. That blue channel. Okay, it's one of these channels. Price action was traveling in this blue channel from the 22nd, from June of 2022 all the way to, we came out of it, the FTX collapse. So we had been traveling in this channel during that time period. Interesting. So, there you have that. That's where we're going, according to me. End of this rally will end. Wow. Yeah, upwards of $250,000. Maybe, maybe we possibly come over a little bit more. Could possibly come over a little bit more. Maybe we only get up to about 200. early March, maybe. And then we see a correction down. I don't know. Well, something to consider there. Something to consider. Now let's get back to what I'm talking about, and that gives further fuel to the fire that we don't actually come down. I made a circle here of where we could come down to. Remember, we're talking about the base of our. Come on, stop moving around. The base here of this channel, which is the symmetrical triangle, the center line of the white channel, the CPI data release on Wednesday, and additionally the edge of our green channel here. Actually, yeah, that would take us outside the edge of that channel. Now you can see, wonder which one is which. When I placed them, I didn't really place them accurately, so when I cloned that other one, it's kind of close, but I'll fix that later. So that's what I have. 97,000-ish and change is what you're looking for if you're looking to pick up some more, possibly heading into next week. I don't think we're going to get there. That's the best worst case scenario, maybe. And that also lines up if we kept coming down here. So watch to see if we keep coming down here. Watch what happens right here. Do we avoid this Gaussian channel on the 4-hour and hold it as support and scoot the hell back up out of here? Or do we follow this red line downwards? Now, if you want to see what that red line is, well, look, you can see pretty clearly that it's following this wick here, and these other wicks. They're all sloping the same, but see, these 4-hour candle bodies are closing right on top of it. This one here, this one here, this one here. So if you want to draw that line on your chart, that's how you can do it. With these candle bodies and just with these wicks just showing right through it a little bit. But everything is perfectly all lined up. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, but while we're here, you can see, well, we're crossing up on the 4-hour above the moving average, which would fall in line with us. And these guys are turning up here too. The stochastic RSI oscillator, the stochastic oscillator here is still up in the boomy part. So those would fall in line with consolidating here and moving upwards, not coming down to 97. And boom. You know, I wonder too if it is possible that we do consolidate here and avoid all this, but then just get a sharp look for one of those flash crash dealios too. That could be a possibility. Anything's a possibility. And no one can predict what's going to happen, but just look at these things to get a feel for what could happen. Now here on the daily, we're on the daily, and the daily stochastic oscillator is about to cross. Oh, it's not crossing, it's scooting right along. Well, it did cross. It's very iffy here if we're going to get a rejection or we are going to cross. So we're not getting a lot of information other than what I've said already. These guys are wanting. Come on. Jesus Christ. These guys are wanting to turn upwards too, same as the 4-hour. So there you have it. That's what I see going on. So looking at the green channel, the parabolic bull channel here, you see how bullish I am and how we are going to see some explosive moves very, very soon to the upside. All right, so like and subscribe, and always remember to put this on 2x speed so I sound normal. And see you next time.